Well, hello everybody, and welcome to our first interview video with Balls Master, the writer. Yeah, if you remember our
Let's
first video we
go.
ever made, if you remember the first video we ever made, it was a uh, loud reading of a story written by this guy, and we're gonna interview him. So I'm
Yeah.
Trash Man. You guys introduce yourselves.
I'm
I'm Snake.
and I'm Lizard.
Uh,
Man,
Yeah.
All right. So what drove you to write this story? Like, what was the what made you think and what made you think like, oh, I'm gonna write a edgy, crazy, insane Mario story? What caused you to do that? What was your inspiration? I guess.
well, I was inspired by reading a bunch of our similar fanfic like that, and also I've always been drawn to the the violent stuff, those types of anime that those types of stories in general that are just think the dark late 2000s type stuff. I've always been really drawn to that style, and also I wasn't bored in school and looking for fan fiction as something to do instead of my schoolwork and all that. Uh, so yeah, I was in the back of my class, listening to my math teacher. Just no, it wasn't math. It was some class with a computer. He was just droning on about bullcrap I was never gonna use again. So I just thought, well, I'll just write an action story. I
All
mean,
right. So you. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I mean, oh, you're you're not talking. So
No, go
yeah,
ahead. Go ahead. Yeah.
okay, so yeah, I just listened to my record, ignored the teacher and just typed some uh some bullshit, and I wrote a few amateur fanfics, and I didn't get much attention from them, but some people liked them, and they decide, you know what, I'm gonna go make a long story, a long, just intense epic adventure, because I had read a different Mario fanfic that did the same sort of long adventure, just darker take on Mario thing, and don't quite remember the name now, but I think it did the idea way better than I did. Uh, but anyways, I I I was planning for it to be big too, like at least 20 chapters or longer, and there was gonna be
well, that's I'm not mean to interrupt, but uh, I didn't know that's one of our next questions. Like what? Because I noticed there's only 4 chapters. We haven't made one since it says 2018 or something.
Oh, hold on. I got something to say before you ask that question. But so you're saying you came up with the story in the middle of class, and he wrote it during
yep.
class, or did he write it outside of class, or just only in class?
Uh, I wrote a lot of it in class, and I started writing it in class, but by the end I wrote most of it outside class.
What would you be fine telling us what grade you were writing it in? Like
Um, middle high school.
high school? All right.
Yeah, yeah.
How long did it take you to write those? The how many Snake? How many chapters are there? I don't remember how many chapters there are.
Four.
Four? How long
Four.
did it take you to write one chapter? Was each one the same length, or was it longer, or
Oh man, this was so long ago. Let's see. The first chapter, uh, the first chapter, I think it took like 3 4 months. I spent a lot of time in it. I
wow,
really,
that is a pretty long time.
uh, the next one was shorter. I think it took like 2 months. The third one, so I think the second and third one both took 2 3-ish months, and then the fourth one, I think I was working on that for over 6 months. I was trying to make it just super huge, and I was changing it all the time. I was like, actually, it's not even it. The fourth chapter, which it isn't even finished. I
Really?
submitted it as a present on New Year's Eve, and it was a rough draft, and I touched it a bit afterwards, but it's still not quite finished. I and, still not quite finished and all that.
Well, how long ago did you write the story? How many years have passed? I don't remember exactly. I could probably check into thing, but how long has
Uh,
it been?
well, I submitted the last chapter in 2018, and I was working on a fifth chapter, and it's partially finished, but I just stopped doing it eventually, and I just thought that was about the time I realized, wait, I kind of messed up. I because the story was not coming out the way I wanted to at all, and I just decided to leave it without telling anyone at first. Yeah, I just abandoned it,
Gotcha.
burned it, set it on fire, and all that.
Well, I guess that sort of answers. Well, I don't know, Snake. What your go ahead with your question?
I said, well, uh, I have another question actually. So I noticed that you made two other things after it in 2020 and 2021. With the other one in 2020, it says Minion Quest Captain Goomba's uneventful day.
Oh
So
yeah, I oh yeah, I decided to do a yeah, I decided to do it. I don't know if you guys have played it, but it have you played the remake of Superstar Saga on the
no,
3DS?
no,
Not.
we none of us have
What?
actually played the Mario and Luigi games, but we plan to make videos on those eventually.
Yeah, at one point,
Okay, well,
I've never played RPGs, so I was gonna plan to get into the RPG space by playing those games.
okay, well, it was basically just a comedic T-rated parody of the first few chapters of one of the bonus modes in that game. Yeah,
Um, I'm sorry. Repeat that. I had trouble hearing you.
basically they add a mode to the game where you could play as like Bowser's Maze and stuff, and I was bored and I decided to make a parody of that chapter, a parody of the first part of that mode, and there was a basically an edgy, a T-Ray parody kind of, sort of. It was half serious and half mocking, and more comedic than the R story. Uh, Personally, I like the way it turned out a lot more. And,
See. Uh,
did,
well,
did you?
maybe we'll check it out eventually when we finish the unfinished story, but it depends. It may be a long time considering the situations I'm in and everybody else is in. But I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Were you gonna say something else?
And well, I wasn't really giving a recommendation, but all right, I'm actually still working on that. I was actually writing the next chapter before I got on this call,
Yeah.
and
What chapter of the?
For the the Gooba one, right? Or
yeah, yes, the Goomba one.
Yeah,
all right.
that's interesting.
So, do you plan to ever finish the
End game.
Mario Endgame? Oh yeah, Mario Endgame. Or are you gonna leave it unfinished, or do you think you'll ever go back to it after you finish this Goomba one, or what's
Uh,
Well,
your plan with it?
oh,
I wanna.
I really don't. I don't know. I mean, I mean, I'm already barely writing as is. I just go back and write and add a bit to. I'm barely writing the R story as is. I just go to my Google Doc and add a bit to the chapter every couple of weeks. And I mean, I guess maybe in the future I'll. I think eventually I'll try to do it again after I feel a bit more confident in my writing
Well,
skills and all that. But
well,
that won't
I
be like for a really long time.
yeah. Well, that leads into another question for me. You said that you didn't like how it turned out? What like did what? Cause we never finished it, but uh, you know,
Okay, well,
like
it yeah, it gets worse. It just gets way too edgy. The writing just gets horrible. Just the writing just gets too confusing. And I just try to get philosophical way too early, and it's like cringe, really cringe.
We might actually finish the next parts just by hearing that because personally, I love when shit gets worse. So we
Well,
might just finish it just for the sake of finishing it. But
yeah, and the tone just leaps all over the place. The second chapter is actually my favorite one, though. It's like somewhere in the third chapter when things start to nosedive.
see. Yeah, so how long have you been writing for? Have you been writing for a very long time? Has it always been a like, or have you just started writing recently, like when you started doing these stories, or
Yeah,
like is it
I mean,
what's behind that?
I've always, writing's always been something I've liked to do. And I started writing fan fiction in like 2016. The first fanfic I wrote isn't up. It got deleted because the pussies at fanfic.net thought I violated their rules.
Oh.
Can't imagine how edgy it had to be to do that.
Yeah, did they like give a reason for why it was
It was a
removed
it was
or
a well, no, actually some well, I think it was actually a thing where it was like two characters commenting on another TV show or something, and I guess apparently that wasn't allowed. And some whiny fuck just kept crying, screeching to the mods about it until it got taken down.
huh.
Oh, so it wasn't even edgy. It was just a stupid rule. Then that actually sucks. Wow. Oh,
Yeah, but you know,
But yeah, that's
mm,
kind of surprising actually, because like I've seen. I mean, I used to go on Wattpad and fanfiction.net in middle school, and I've read like crazy stuff on there,
uh,
like stuff that should be removed, and like some of the stuff I read it simply because like some of my friends were like, "Yo, you should check this out. It's really screwed up. See if you can read it." And yeah, I'm surprised that they took it down because of that.
that's stupid.
uh,
That sucks. Go ahead, Snake.
well, not really a question, but more like a compliment. Cause I remember I think you trash and I think it's trash. I remembers, but I was gonna write a trash dump, or it's not something a trap dump. Fan fiction or story. You don't remember that? That was
Oh my
because
god.
oh, you're
that
gonna write.
yeah, I was
Oh,
gonna write a fan fiction on something. You know?
Shit, go
Yeah,
for it.
Like a
we
story.
were gonna. We're not actually gonna write a fan fiction on
Yeah, I
that.
know.
That's yeah, we're
I
not gonna
mean, I
do
mean,
that for
Snake,
sure.
you can go ahead and write that, but you know that's gonna not get published.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. But oh, I'm sorry. So are you gonna pursue like what do you are you gonna pursue a job in writing or is it always gonna stay a hobby? Like are you gonna like are you do you think you're gonna actually do stuff in writing or is it always gonna be like a thing? Oh, I'll just do it for fun,
I
you know?
I don't know. Well, I mean, my normal job already pays me a lot of money to a good amount of money to basically barely do anything. I probably will never need to do it, and plus, I write at a snail's pace anyways. Like I'm the slowest writer in the world, so I probably even if I wanted to do it professionally, I probably couldn't, unless write faster. And also, I'm not that good at making my own worlds and all that. That's one of the reasons I do fan fiction because it's easier to just toy around with things that already exist and stuff like that.
I
And
understand that. Yeah, I could totally get that.
yeah, but I mean, shit, who knows? I do have an idea or two. I mean, I guess we'll see.
Well, yeah. Yeah, well, I can understand that. Probably writing professionally is probably extremely difficult. It requires a lot of schooling and all this other stuff. But yeah, you know, sometimes it's better to have that stuff as just a hobby because then you never have to worry about, deadlines, stuff like that. But either way, I was just interested in what you would do. But um, so have you ever tried writing anything original, or have you only done parodies?
I,
Like,
I've tried writing original things, mostly just short stories. I haven't submitted any of it, most of it online. I mean, if I did, I don't remember. Uh,
see,
you heard me, right?
Yeah.
yes, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm actually this is gonna sound a little bit weird, but I've actually got your fanfiction.net page open, and I'm just checking stuff, just looking at stuff for
Oh my
like
god.
references or questions, and
So what? Okay. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. I completely forgot what I was gonna say. You guys have anything? Yeah, guys.
uh,
Any other questions? Anything else
yeah,
to say?
I have a question. Why did you choose the name Balzac Master 999?
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Because I put it down her throat, and
Oh my god.
also I okay, but seriously I was a teen. I thought it was funny, and I mean, and I had it for so long. I decided I didn't want to change it.
gotcha.
Yeah,
You're,
I get that.
I'm probably gonna call a stripper to my house one day and just and try that name on her in real life and see.
Oh god. Good luck
Uh,
with that.
Yeah, if you ever
Balls
if you ever do
Zach
that, you
Master.
gotta let us know how
I
that
mean,
turns out.
We
I mean,
gotta let us know about the outcome of that.
shit. If I throw
wait,
a bunch of money in her face, she'll probably be fine with it.
well, how do you pronounce it? Because Trash says
Is it?
Balzac, but it looks like it's spelled Balzac Master
It
because there's no
probably is
S.
Balls Zach Master. I just say the
But it's
Z Zach because I think it's
Yeah,
funnier.
it is funnier.
yeah. BALLZACK-MASTER-999,
Yes.
and say the full thing too.
All right.
And
And
Any significance to the numbers, or is just that random?
actually, I think there was a TV show that was airing about the time I started writing that story that had a similar name, and I think I got 999 from that. I don't remember anything about it other than that.
Hmm.
I
But
see. Well, okay, go ahead. Go ahead. You have something else to say?
who,
um,
me? No.
Oh no,
Oh,
I
him.
mean Balls Master. Yeah.
the I oh, you're talking to me now.
Yes, yes.
Mm, well, I I don't no, not really.
Oh, all right. I thought you had something else to say.
Hmm.
Well, I got another question. Oh shit. Okay. What? Okay. Why Mario in particular? Why fan fiction about Mario stuff? Like, why not? The cliche one would be Sonic because Sonic has a lot of insane, crazy fan fiction.
I
Mario
mean
not so much, but why Mario specifically?
well, okay. First off, the fanfic that got deleted was actually a Sonic fanfic.
Oh,
And,
Holy shit. Origins.
yeah. And second, Mario because well, first, I obviously am a fan of the series, but also well, I mean, well,
of course.
pretty much all the characters in Mario are blank slates, and you can pretty much project whatever personality traits you want each of them, and
That's true.
it doesn't always, and it usually doesn't end up being too weird. So like, really, it's a really easy series to make fanfic of to me because you can do pretty much whatever you want with it.
That is true. I never thought about that. They are blank slate characters, and you could change them into whatever role they could fit into story. That is a really interesting thought. I never thought about it that way. Yeah, that's cool. And yeah, interesting. Have you ever tried writing fan fiction for any other series besides Mario and Sonic in particular?
Well,
I
I do notice there's a Smash Brothers one, but I don't know.
That's sort of the same thing though.
Yeah.
It's not really.
mean, well, that fic was a. Oh wow, I forgot that fic existed. That was a fic about Sakurai and the Nintendo executives actually.
Really? That sounds crazy.
Yeah,
Wow. Was it like social commentary or what was it? Well,
not really. It was a mockumentary type of thing.
oh,
Ooh, so it's kind of like
About the
Office kind
development.
of.
Yeah, a mockumentary thing about the development of the Smash Bros. Series.
oh, that sounds actually fun. Yeah, we'll check that out too in the future
I mean,
if we ever do
I
get a
did
chance.
I mean, I basically did none of it. There's only one chapter.
Oh wow, really?
Okay,
Yeah,
I don't see if you're fine with it, we're probably gonna read all of your, even if it's unfinished work.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Even if it's
we'd love to read
unfinished,
them all.
I mean, shit, anything for that YouTube ad money. Am I right?
we actually
No.
don't make any money on our YouTube videos, and we never plan to.
I bet if we ever got to the point where we were
Bro.
monetized, we'd get
I
monetized
don't
and then
know.
get
Even if we
demonetized within a
wanted to,
week.
how do we do it?
Immediately. Yeah, because
Yeah.
we say
I mean-
insane shit all the time.
I mean,
Yeah, I think it's for us, for me, I'm pretty sure everyone agrees that yeah, it's not just because it would be confusing if we like who would the money go to. It'd be hard because that would kind of like that'd be too
Yeah,
difficult.
that
But
would be
plus,
hard. That would. I think it's better if we do it as a passion project instead
yeah,
of a money thing.
Yeah.
yeah, passion. Plus, if we did it as a money thing, you have to restrict yourself, and I don't, obviously we can't say the
We
N
can't
word or
restrict
stuff.
ourselves. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, we don't say the N word anyways.
yeah, we don't say
Uh,
the N word. I'm just saying, for example, like
Yeah, well, and
we
you gotta
can't
be you gotta be careful with
Oh.
what you say. You can't with like YouTube's
you
ad
can't be edgy.
monetization, like no
Yeah.
sexual talking, anything like
well,
that, or
I mean,
Yeah, well,
yeah.
yeah, this video's already out by just saying your name, literally.
yeah.
BALLZSACK-MASTER, that's out. Yep.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, shit. I mean, seriously, but if I was running your channel, I'd be milking that bitch for all the cash.
uh,
We'd probably get like maybe a few
we wouldn't
cents.
get that much. Yeah, because we get so few views in our videos, and our most viewed video was like our least effort one. It was literally a video of lizard, like,
Yeah,
what even was the video?
I
It was
took like a bottle of hand sanitizer, like did a couple of like I sort of just like dumped the hand sanitizer on my desk, slapped my hand on my desk, rubbed it around, and then like grabbed the camera and shut it off, and then
that was like
it.
the full video, and that was like 3,000 views.
Yeah.
And we never got anywhere near that.
Yeah,
in any
the
of our videos.
Shit, sounds
most
like a
views
good
we
Our
got
most-
was
our-
164.
on the.
Our
So,
second most viewed video is our fan fiction reading, which is like 160.
Yeah, something like that.
so,
Yeah.
thank you. Yeah,
I
if
mean,
it wasn't for
shit.
you, who knows what we would have read, or if we would have even made a video.
Who knows? We
Mm.
would have if we'd even had a channel, to be honest. If we
Yeah, like we
I mean,
made the
that's when you-
channel because of reading
the
your
fanfic,
the fanfic.
and then
Mm.
we kind of moved on to making gameplays and random video shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Our channel, it's kind of like completely randomized. We don't focus on one
Yeah,
topic.
Yeah, it's kind of like just a dumpster heap of trash and garbage.
Yeah.
Nothing's
Yeah.
high quality. Everything has to have some serious underlying issue, whether it be technical, uh, um, um, whatever. There's issues every video. Say
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Sounds great. Actually, sort of right the same way. I usually have a lot of errors in my writing and stuff, and I don't care to fix. I mean, sometimes I think it's funny.
Trash
And,
is an English major.
Oh my God. Yeah. Whatever. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, I'm an English major. Yes. Oh my God.
It's true. Trash. Roll up your trash.
Uh, okay, I'm not actually an English major. I cannot roll with that.
There you go,
I
folks.
can't.
The truth has come out. Trash
Yeah, the
isn't a
truth has
real
been.
English
Yeah,
major.
Hang on.
I'm just
Uh.
really good at English class. I just never got English major.
The truth, that hurts me, you know.
Man, I'm kind of sad that I had to reveal
Mighty
that
Tree.
weakness.
Factor.
I wonder how the fans are gonna react to all 6 of them. 3 of them probably. I truly am curious who watches our videos because
You're gonna make
who
hate comments
actually
about how the
watches our
lore
shit?
is broken.
Well, we're talking to one of them right now. You know, watch this one video of his
Oh
work.
yeah, what?
Yeah, I confess it's true.
Yeah,
About
what? We finally met one of our fans. That's crazy.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
Well, oh
wait
god,
till we meet in real life.
no, dude, we're never. That's
Oh,
never gonna happen.
Oh
We're
no,
I
no,
never
no,
know.
no,
gonna
no,
I'll
happen.
just,
no, no, no,
hell,
no, no.
hell
you know,
no.
hell no.
At the
No,
very least,
yeah.
I'll be meeting Snake and
People
Trash at the
fire.
very least.
I know.
Yeah, what?
It's like an
I mean,
ADP 4 for 5 joke.
actually, maybe I do it, but only if I get to wear a bucket over my head or a big fucking white sheet like Charlie Brown does.
Or
Dude.
like, what's
Maybe
that character
Terrible.
in Ed and Eddie who wears a bag over his head with a single eye hole? I forgot what cartoon that's from. I think it's Fairly Odd Parents. I don't remember.
You
Maybe.
think of a lot.
I don't remember. But yeah, our channel is fucking dog shit to be honest. A lot of our videos are horrible quality. 2 of our videos are like in real life videos of this weird dude that we troll all the time. And like the rest of it is like gameplay videos, a few memes that I uploaded. Actually, one of the memes I uploaded actually got us a community strike. So we're
It
2 strikes
did.
away from getting our channel
Yeah.
our channel deleted.
It was something about George Floyd, you know.
It was a George Floyd Roblox video or something. It was
Oh yeah, that's right.
Say no more. Say no more.
And then
yeah,
we
sir. I
have
have to be
one.
careful. You don't know what soccer mom is hearing us talk. I don't know what 5-year-old child's listening to our channel. Aren't most of our
No, no, no.
videos age restricted anyways?
Yeah,
I'm pretty
most of
sure.
our videos
now
are
we-
age restricted.
Now
only
All of
one
them
of
should
them.
be
the
age
Karens
restricted,
now.
honestly.
Now at a time.
Only one video is age restricted, and that's the one video that is not even public. It was this video of
Oh
a guy
yeah,
we
it was a.
trolled talking about like 9/11 and how he thinks
Oh yeah,
Building 7 is real,
Oh,
and it
he
got
dude.
had
age
some.
restricted because we're talking about 9/11.
Wait, should we
I
make
mean,
all our videos
I
age
mean,
Oh wait, never mind.
I
No.
mean, 9/11 was an inside job. Though. What are you talking
No,
about?
no, we shouldn't. Trash. We shouldn't make all our videos age restricted.
Oh my god.
Oh no,
Every 2-year-old
I
needs to see our
firmly.
videos.
No, I believe that there was something done with
I
like
mean,
9/11.
they're watching
It
porn.
wasn't just
Oh my
plain
god.
sitting in.
This
I do
fucking
believe
video's
that,
already off the rails.
but when Birdman was talking about talking about some of the stuff he was explaining, it was like, holy crap! Why are you not in a psych ward, dude? What? How much rush juice did you drink?
Yeah,
Dude. Oh yeah, we have this guest, I guess you can call him, called Birdman. His name is Benny, I guess, but we call him Birdman sometimes. But yeah, he's in some of our videos, but he's insane. He's not really part of the Dumpster Bros, I guess, but
anyway.
he's around sometimes. But yeah, that guy's insane.
Does he know how to do any? Does he know how to do any voices? Because I think there's a character in the fic that he. Or wait, never mind. That's stupid.
He wasn't there, but he
was
when
not
we
there.
did film that video. After we filmed that video, Benny messaged us saying he was gonna be in the next one. But I doubt he's.
So
I doubt he's gonna be in any videos anytime soon.
yeah, I doubt he's gonna be. We did the Metal Gear video that we had to take down because it was so fucking bad. We couldn't even see half the screen. I could not have that video up. That's how bad the video was. I had to take it down. But yeah, we did one Let's Play with Metal Gear Solid with Benny. But yeah, that video was taken down. But yeah, if Benny actually does decides to do a voice with us, like a voice acting thing with us, we'd totally allow him to too. But the problem is getting him on there in the first place.
Yeah.
I mean, shit, I
we
could always
we
remember
we
his voice
managed.
voice.
I'm shocked that we even managed. I'm sorry to talk over you, but I'm shocked that we even managed him to do Metal Gear Solid in the first place.
Dude, that
Because
setting that
he,
video up was the worst fucking thing ever.
yeah,
Not gonna lie, literally took an
and,
hour, like literally hour and a half to set up that shit.
and then when we talked to him about doing another video, he was like, "No, I don't feel like it. I don't want to."
Oh yeah,
So
we never got to make a sequel anyways. Not like we were missing out on much anyways. That video was probably one of the worst videos we ever made.
yeah,
But let's enough about our YouTube channel.
Yeah,
Let's talk about yeah, what's your favorite Mario game?
Ooh,
Super Saga.
it's I think for now I'll say Super Mario 64 or Mario World.
Those are
Either
good
one of those
choices.
two.
mhm.
I mean, yeah.
Mario World, yeah, Mario World is really good. Probably the best 2D Mario game ever made, debatably. Yeah, but I love Mario World. Mario 64 is good too. But what kind of what consoles did he grow up with specifically? Like
Okay,
for
well,
me, it was PlayStation 2, PS3,
I,
but we go
I
ahead.
mean, okay, well, I'm first of all, I'm not an ancient boomer who wears adult diapers, so I did see the NES or SNES. So I think the first console I had was the Wii, and so yeah, I'm the Wii generation. Uh, and and also the 3DS. Those were the big consoles I had when I was growing up. You know, and then the
Um,
newest console I have is the Switch, and it's funny. I barely even play video games anymore. I mean, I'm
Really?
still
That's
interested.
ah.
I mean,
Well,
I mean, I mean, I'm still interested in, like making content based around it, but not. But I don't actually go out my way to play new ones anymore.
is there a specific reason for that? Is it because you don't enjoy the games that they make anymore? They don't make the games that you like anymore? Is there any reason why?
I mean, I don't know. It's like when I was young, I don't know. I guess maybe it's like when I was young, I was playing games and I just felt like I was undefeatable and ahead of the rest of pop culture, and now pop culture is going just so fucking fast, and it's like, dude, slow down, I can't keep up. And also, I found I'm mostly just staying with, just fine with sticking with the games that I already like, and honestly, yeah, we all think we won't become that old man who like, oh my god, things were so much better back in my day, but nah, I guess eventually pop culture gets too fast for all of us fossils, and yeah, I guess,
well,
or something else.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, yeah. I still want to work. I know what it's like in there, but I still want to go for that. It's kind of my passion. I've always wanted to do that, but I understand why one would not want to do that. It is a pretty horrible field to work in sometimes, but I don't know. I feel like I still want to do that. You know, despite those things, I still want to. You know, it's sort of my dream, I guess. But what would you say some of your favorite games of all time are? Like you know, you said Mario 64 and Super Mario World, but like what is there other games that aren't Mario that you like really a lot?
Let me think for a minute. I mean, well, there's also like I mean, there's also like I think, I mean, I've really been playing a lot of what's the name of that one game that's kind of like Terraria except in space? Starbound, I think.
Minecraft or
Starbound.
Starbound. What the?
I
I
actually don't know
don't,
that game. What is
I
I
that?
don't
think it's
fucking.
Um,
Okay, I got the name right. But yeah, basically, I mean, I also really, you know, but yeah, that's basically Terraria in space, and yeah, that's probably the game I've played the most recently, and actually
Well,
also and also a lot of similar games in that being like Minecraft and Terraria too, and also also I really like playing those uh ancient 2000 early 2010s Flash games. And
Right? Any other games?
it's called a Starbound. But yeah,
Oh, Starbound. Oh, sorry, Starfield is that's the game that's coming out that looks kind of bad, I guess.
Man,
Um. So besides
yeah.
that, any other games?
mm, Yeah. Well, I let's see. Well, I already told you about the old school Flash games and the.
Oh
I
yes,
mean,
yes.
nothing. I mean, not all that much. I've mostly just been overwhelmed by the pace of life and all that to think of playing video games and all that, and
I
it's
get
like
that. Yeah, yeah. I understand that. As you get older, it's harder to play more and more video games. But
yeah.
what about yeah? Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I wasn't really gonna say anything important.
Okay. What about Snake and Lizard? What are you guys playing? What are you guys playing right now?
Um, let's see. Lately, I've been well. I told you a couple days ago. Lately, I've been playing Chivalry 2. It's a medieval sort of like
Oh
beat 'em
yes,
up
yeah.
type
The
game.
yeah. What about you, Snake?
uh, I don't play games as much as I used to, and when I do, I don't really like play any. I don't know what I've been playing. I actually have to think about that. I
I
know
know you
that.
used to play a lot of like really weird games for a long time, but I don't know if you do that anymore.
What do you mean by weird games, though?
Like porn games for like a long time. You played a lot of those. Not anymore, but
Oh,
Like,
for, yeah, I wanted to
well,
say porn games, but
not like real porn games, but like the stuff you find on Steam, I guess, like those weird
I
games.
well, there was this browser game I used to play, and actually, I don't want to say anything about it because I think if I say even the slightest bit about it, people will recognize me and recognize it, and then I'll get weird DMs and all that.
Mm,
That's fine. But um, well, before okay, for me, what I'm playing right now, I'm playing Devil May Cry 3. To be honest, I'm just padding for God of War Ragnarok because God of War is my favorite series ever. And yeah, that's essentially what I'm just playing Devil May Cry 3 right now. But do you own do you only own Nintendo consoles? You don't own any other consoles?
I mean,
Only Nintendo?
I
Wii?
have I have a PlayStation and I mean no an Xbox and a PlayStation too. Forgot which
Wait, which?
I forgot which versions.
no,
I think the Xbox is 360 and
I don't think
I think the
that's
PlayStation is 4.
man, please. Why am I talking about?
Wait, what were you gonna
Yeah,
say, Snake?
Oh, I was gonna say that I'm pretty sure you know about this movie about trash, but I played. My dad was very fortunate, and he grew up with every console except for the Sega consoles. So my dad grew up with uh the NES, SNES, the Game Boy Advance, basically every console, including all the PlayStations up to PlayStation 4. But he never had an Xbox. He had an Xbox 360, but he never had Xbox One because he always preferred PlayStation and Nintendo before they went all crazy. And I remember, before, my dad, he passed away, but I remember specifically before my dad passed away, it was before the Switch was made. And so I remember him really being excited about Breath of the Wild because he thought that was a genius idea, to have a open world Legend of Zelda game because, especially with the way it's kind of like Legend of Zelda 1, where you can choose to fight uh any boss anytime. You don't have to fight, the easiest one, you know. So I did get the Switch. I think I have probably one of the oldest models. Like I'm not really gonna be like, oh, I have the first Nintendo Switch known to man. No, I don't. But I got it December 2017 for Christmas. So uh, it's probably, because I know they like to. I know Nintendo probably has already made like I don't know how many new versions of Nintendo Switch,
I
with
just
the
have an
OLED
OLED one
and
out. Yeah.
OLED, the Switch
I mean,
Mini, so who
yeah, they've
knows?
made a ton. They're milking that bitch. I
Yeah,
mean, why one day it basically saved them. And
I really hope that some new crazy games come out for PlayStation 5 so that it can beat Nintendo Switch. Who knows? But
Oh my
knowing Nintendo
god.
Switch, but knowing Nintendo fans, they'll buy anything. So except
I
for
mean,
like anything Nintendo, they'll buy.
in fact,
I
they'll
yeah.
literally buy
But
tiny remasters with slightly upscaled graphics for $60. It's like,
yeah,
actually, yeah,
the competition is good. Yeah.
yeah. I think
Um,
that's another reason I stopped playing as much.
that's understandable. So you have a PS4, you said? Any games on there in particular? I'm sort of a huge PlayStation guy, so I was wondering if there's any games in particular that you played that I probably played, like any.
I I don't know. I barely remember. It's been so long since I played it. I
Are
think
you
I
sure it was
played,
a PS4 when you started it up? Was it a blue home screen or was it
um
different colors?
I don't remember. It's been that long.
What was the box shape like, the console itself?
Um, it was a
Was it
black kind of rectangle thing with like some
with a
marquee
line in
things.
the middle?
Yeah, lines in the middle and all that
All right,
stuff.
it was probably a PS4 then. Yeah,
Yeah.
PS4.
And
So you don't really remember any games from 360 or PS4
yeah.
then? Just
I mean, I remember I played like fucking Lego Batman stuff on it. But that was like years ago.
I see.
The probably some more random sword games too, and yeah, uh, uh, my head hurts.
Fine. Well, if you want, we could end the interview if you're not feeling too good. Like you don't have to force yourself.
Nah, I'm good. I'm good.
All
But I mean,
But
right.
but my phone. Oh shit, my phone's at like 2%.
Oh,
Well, if you can plug it in real quick, if you can talk longer. I still got
It,
time, and you guys got time, right?
oh yeah.
yeah,
actually,
All
actually, it is plugged in. It's just
right, all right,
didn't
all
need
right.
charge, and
well, I want to say that uh, one game that because I know Trash is a big uh fan of those story games, the games that have like a story that can make you like emotional. But I do think that one of my favorite game series is Metal Gear Solid because especially Metal Gear Solid 3 and 4, just I think Metal Gear Solid 3, especially with how it ends, it's really you know sad to me. I think the first time I played it, I wouldn't say I cried, but I kind of got like emotional because I think that's the last one of the last games I played. The last game I played was Metal Gear Solid 2, so I played it in like a weird way. But I played the games. I think the reason why I didn't play Metal Gear Solid 2 right away is because how Kojima made it, with Raiden, and everyone was like, oh, I was one of those people because it was a complete throw off for me. And but MGS3 was probably one of my favorite Metal Gear Solid games. But a game that I do plan on playing eventually, hopefully sometime soon, is Last of Us 1 because uh, I actually uh, watched this video on games that are very they have a great story, and Last of Us 2, Last of Us 1 and 2 was mentioned, not so much 2, but 1 definitely was mentioned a lot, and it
One
said that,
definitely for sure. Sorry,
yeah.
go ahead.
But yeah, I really wish I would have sat down and finished the game, but I think that it wasn't so much that I didn't like the game. I just think that I got caught up with Metal Gear Solid 5 because I didn't play it, when it first came out. I think they made I'm pretty sure it was a PS4 remastered or something. or like a remake or some shit, and
Ported to PS4. I think it's
ported
oh,
is
yeah.
what I mean. Yeah, and I got distracted with MGS5 and The Witcher 3, so I don't think I actually really played it too much. I was so focused on because you don't know this, but I know Trash knows it. I don't know if I told Lizard, but I 100%ed Metal Gear Solid 5 on my dad's PS4. Like everything,
Yeah, I
I
remember you telling me
completed.
about that.
For anybody who doesn't
Yeah,
know, Metal Gear Solid 5 is like probably one of the it's a huge game. There's a lot of stuff to collect, and it's not an easy task to 100% that game. It's pretty difficult. It's not
yeah.
not per se difficult. It is difficult, but it's also like it's really long.
It's really long, but yeah, it does. Some of the 100% stuff requires you to play on like the hardest difficulties, and there's like at least two levels or two missions that you have to do stealth. You cannot get caught at all, and so you have to do stealth, and they make it pretty tricky, you
Yeah,
know.
well,
So
and you know this, Snake, because you've seen me play Metal Gear Solid 5. I've tried doing a
yeah,
couple of missions where you have to be stealthy, and I'll screw it up pretty quick, and just,
you know,
say screw this and going guns blazing, and I'm spending like
because
2 hours just dying
yeah,
over and over again.
and and why I say you have to like because in order to get a high rank, you know, you have to like do it stealthy, so you have to get like the
I
big
can't
boss
kill
rank.
anybody either. Yeah.
Yeah, and it was pretty difficult, especially having the grind missions over and over to get enough money to like buy all the upgrades and all that shit, and all the camo and all the the boxes. Man,
Yeah,
crazy. But
I tried doing that with Peace Walker, but the problem with that game is that a lot of the levels require multiplayer because it was like a PSP game, so it was like a co-op game, and some of those bosses are literally impossible to play by yourself. I tried doing it, but I could not for the life of me beat some of those bosses in Peace Walker.
who knows? Maybe if we actually search down and deep and eventually I'll eventually I'll go through that whole trailer because we did find a PS4 and we found some obscure like bootleg PlayStation 2 controller.
Worst case scenario, you can always buy another PS3. It's like $100 something. Not that much anymore, you
Yeah,
know.
that is true.
So, but
But
yeah, go ahead.
I mean,
who
Oh, you
me?
got okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
you gotta be careful of those boxes, man, because my friend got sold a PS3 box and it was just filled with rocks.
oh,
Really? Holy crap! Was it on eBay? Did he get his money back?
I don't know. He didn't tell me. I hope so,
Well,
though.
I hope so because I think eBay would refund him. But that's crazy. That got a box. Man, that's wow. That sucks.
I mean, shit, the rocks would have made it really easy to throw it in his mouth and break his teeth for that scam or something. I mean, positives, I guess.
but
Man,
actually,
that
really thinking about it, I think the most recent game I played was actually. And I know Liz is gonna be like, man, it can't be that. But the last game I played was with Lizard when we did Mario Party. That's the last game I played.
Wow.
Mario Party 6.
Yeah,
That's the last game.
I actually really haven't played any games other than like, or
Show 2.
since then. Since I mean, I yesterday I was playing like a little bit of Mario on my NES, but that was just to test out the game, see if it still worked. So that doesn't really count.
Yeah.
is there any
It's
games?
just
Oh, go ahead, Snake.
no. You go ahead.
Oh, well, I was gonna ask Balls Master. Is there any games you have you wish to play or are looking forward to
I
playing
don't
or
know.
anything like that or?
I don't know. I've always I've never been able to get GTA V, but that's on my to buy list.
GTA 5.
Oh, GTA 5?
Yeah.
Holy
I
shit.
never heard it referred as GTA V, but that's a good game, I guess. I played a little bit of it, never really finished it, but yeah, it's a good game, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Let me think.
GTA
There
VL.
was ours, but There were ours, but I'm kind of forgetting them right now.
I know. Oh,
What?
I do know. Not
Go
to,
ahead.
but I do know one game I'm really excited for. But I think I could,
Oh my god.
get it. But
I know
but I
what you're
want
gonna
to
say.
wait till. What am I gonna say?
I thought you're gonna Sonic Forces.
No, I'm not gonna say Sonic Forces. Holy shit! Why
Oh,
would anyone
not
want
Sonic Forces. I mean, Sonic Frontiers.
Sonic Frontiers? Sonic Frontiers? No, it's
Oh
Slime
man,
Rancher
Sonic
2.
Frontiers Game of the Year.
Yeah, gonna destroy God of War Ragnarok. It's not even gonna last 12 seconds against God of War. I mean, it's not gonna last 12 seconds against Sonic Frontiers.
Yeah.
You know that 420, 144p quality. Empty. I think
Unreal
that's what.
Engine 5 tech demo.
But I think the biggest thing I have against Sonic Frontiers is actually the space just feels too empty. It feels like, they could add like a tree or two or like a cactus or something, but they don't. It's like so empty. But I haven't played the actual game. I don't think I'll ever, I don't think I'm ever gonna spend my money on that game. I'm gonna watch other people play it. But what a game I'm excited for is Slime Rancher 2 because
Oh, say
I
again.
was pretty
Sorry.
Slime Rancher 2.
No. Slime
Uh,
Rancher 2? Oh yeah, yeah.
Slime Rancher 2. They made a
I actually have
sequel.
not played that game. Is that's the game where you farm slimes? Of course,
Yeah,
it's in the title. Yeah. Duh.
yeah. But I have almost 100% completed that game on Steam, and Slime Rancher 2 it released like a month or two ago, but it's still in early access. But the game's out and you can buy it. But I want to wait till it's like it's the full game,
Oh, yeah, it's a
it,
release, fully released.
fully released.
Well, was there any other games, Balls Master, that you could have think of that you wanted to play?
I could think of a few, but I just don't remember the names. I mean,
It's understandable, yeah. What about you, Lizard? What games do you want to play that are on your bucket list?
Um,
Bucket list.
Ooh, probably the only game that I really want to play once it comes out is Breath of the Wild 2. I'm pretty excited about that.
Yeah,
I'm
that makes
like
That's
more
understandable.
sense.
just been like every once in a while I'll just check, see any updates on it, and
It's not gonna come out
For
till
me,
2023.
yeah,
yeah.
still
For
excited
me, it's
for
of
it
course,
though.
yeah, yeah.
God of War
That game does
Ragnarok.
seem to be really good.
Of course, it's
But
God of War Ragnarok for
yeah,
trash.
of course, God of War Ragnarok, the first God of War, was very really important to me. Kind of inspired me to be to get into game development and stuff like that. Yeah, God of War Ragnarok, absolutely. But there's a bunch of other games I really actually want to get into. Like I can't think of anything off the top of my head. But there's a few series that I've always wanted to get into that I never got around to. Like
Bayonetta.
um, yeah, Bayonetta, Metroid. I kind of want to play some of the Metroid games. I've never really played any of the Zelda games except Link to the Past. I've kind of played half of it, I think, but I really want to play the Zelda games. There's a lot of classic games I've not played that I really want
I
to
don't
get
know if
into.
you
Devil May
heard.
Cry, I started just because of that. Go ahead.
okay.
I don't know if you heard, but the people that made Bayonetta 3, they actually didn't hire the original voice actor, and they only because she's really famous. She's been in Smash Bros. And they only offered to pay her $4,000 for the whole game.
Is that really true? Because I've been hearing rumors that was a lie or something. I don't know.
It's
There
a
was some
lie.
drama I saw. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's true at all, but apparently she said somebody said it was a lie or something. I don't remember. I could be 100% wrong, but I swear to God, there is more to that story than that. If I remember, there was something was wrong with the actor. I remember the actor was lying about something. I don't remember. I could be wrong though, but yeah, I heard about that story. But if the original story is true, that is kind of crazy.
Well, it's just speculation. but it was just some random news source I think you're talking about that said that they actually offered her to pay, $15,000 because $4,000 for every 5 hours she did, and there's probably only going to be like, who knows how long the game. Usually Bayonetta games aren't too long. Like they're probably like 3 hours worth of gameplay if you really wanted to beat the game in that day.
Like the original Devil May Cry, you can beat in 2 hours technically if you know what you're doing.
Yeah, for
It's
those
kind of
games don't
crazy.
usually take long at all.
Yeah. What about you, Lizard? Oh yeah, I already asked you what game you wanted to
Mm-hmm.
play, didn't you? Yeah, Breath of the
Yep.
Wild 2. My
Oh,
bad.
another one. I just remembered another one. Mass Effect 4. I'm like a diehard Mass Effect fan.
I I remember you telling me that. Yeah, I didn't know they were making a fourth one.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's cool.
yeah, which is really cool because it takes place right after the events of the third game. So they're basically just continuing it. And
Um,
go ahead. Sorry.
I'm actually a little bit nervous about it. Um because I'm kind of worried that it's going to turn out like garbage. Um because the last Mass Effect game that came out, Mass Effect Andromeda, it was just a nightmare. It was just a total mess. Like the story sucked, the characters were dumb, like, and the game was
Graphics
just
were terrible
broken
too.
too.
Yeah,
Yeah, the graphics were
the faces in
bad.
particular.
Yeah.
I was just about to say that. Like, aren't you a little bit worried since the last game was really bad? You know, like I'd be worried.
Hmm.
You know, what would you say is the worst game you ever played? Balls Sack Master. Like,
Oh
what's the
my,
game
oh
that
my
you
god,
absolutely fucking hated?
oh my god, there's so much fucking competition for that. But let me think. There was, uh, I was playing like this. Actually, I remember this. Oh yeah, I think I remember now. It was uh you know what? I'll just pick one out because this one was like really bad. It was actually some sort of online Breaking Bad game. It was so horrible. The main character was just fucking Walter White, a stick figure of Walter White, and the music was Donkey Kong music for some reason. He was just walking around a badly drunk city, and
Was it like a Flash game?
yeah, it was everything was yeah, there was like no gameplay. All you had to do was press buttons, and the animations, bro, it's something you have
well,
to see to believe. The whole game was just absolutely fucking broken.
uh, well, I think for me personally, I know Trash has like some of the worst games in mind, but I don't play a lot of. I don't remember. I know there's probably like 20 I can name on, but the first thing that came to mind for me was Postal 3 because it's. I really liked Postal. I always have. I just think it's such an interesting, company or game development company that made it. And I think that when it was made, it was such a controversial time, you know. But then Postal 3 came out, and it's basically an unjanky uh, Unreal Engine game that was never finished because the original company that made the game didn't have enough money scrapped to make a third, a threequel to Postal 1 and 2, and then the DLC they made for Postal 2 was all the money they had saved up, so they had to wait and get the money for the second game. And the game wasn't as big as it is now when it first came out. So they made a deal. They'll make the game, the characters, the voices, and all that stuff, and you know, basically work on the models. And then they hired this Russian company he named Akela to work on the actual game, but they didn't finish the game, and it was a janky, unfinished, almost impossible to play game. And
We actually did play it. I don't know if we released that video, but it was so fucking bad that we couldn't even release the video because it was just so unfunny and boring. I remember that fucking yeah, that game sucked. Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
but it's just it wasn't fun. But actually, as of actual games, I think one of my most unfun experiences with a game was probably some of the Left 4 Dead. community maps. Uh, there's this one map from on Left 4 Dead 2, a mod. I'm counting it as a
Oh,
game because it's a really good map at first, but it becomes impossible. And basically, it has a lot of structure in the first, because there's campaigns and there's chapters which are levels, so the first two levels are actually good. They're very balanced. They have a very linear, you know, because in Left 4 Dead, uh, you have to have very kind of close quarter combat, kind of, because if you're in an open area, the zombies can swarm you easily, and when you get hit by a zombie, it slows you down. When you get swarmed, it's kind of hard to get all those zombies off you right away. Um, and I think that Left 4 Dead 2 is the most ashamed I've been with Valve directly because the bots in the game are actually absolutely horrible. Left 4 Dead 2 was kind of like like the retarded brother of Left 4 Dead 1 because Left 4 Dead 1 was, uh, they actually had like what do you call those things? Those suits that have like lot, like the person in God of War 2018, the person who voiced Kratos. They had all those
Oh, they had motion
suits,
capture.
the motion capture. That's what they did for Left 4 Dead 1 with every zombie. All of them had motion capture, and they all had their own stunts they had to do when getting shot. And then
Yeah,
for
those sorry, let me just say this real quick. Yeah, those animations hold up really, really well today. They have some of the best like death animations and being shot animations. They're absolutely crazy. Better than modern games, which is crazy. But yeah, go ahead.
yeah, but then Left 4 Dead 2, the bots have always been kind of controversial topic. You know, the bots in Left 4 Dead 2 absolutely suck, and so mixing that with the later levels in this mod campaign, it's almost impossible because there's these things called hordes and crescendo events, which hordes are like, hordes, you know what a horde is, like a
Mhm.
lot of zombies coming in at once, and then, but crescendo events are like those events, where it says, like, press this button, and then a horde will come. That's a crescendo event. And there's like six hordes in like maybe like 16 hordes in the actual full campaign, and most of them, are actually endless, which means they have to get to a certain location to stop it. It won't stop coming, and trying to do a lot of stuff with that game is actually, it's just sad for me to play that game and think about all the potential they could have done with Left 4 Dead 2 because it's kind of like they didn't want to. Uh, they they basically just came in and said, well, we're gonna make a sequel to the game, but they didn't put in all the effort that they had in Left 4 Dead 1, and they don't have the legs. Left 4 Dead 1, you could look down and see your legs. They don't have the legs in Left 4 Dead 2. Uh, and they didn't do a lot with the bots. But what's sad about it for me is that for Left 4 Dead 2, their enemy, the special infected, the the strong, different, the spitter that spits, all that stuff, I'm talking about. They actually they're really good. They're like advanced, so makes me kind of confused. How did why were they so troubled on making AI is pretty hard, you know to make but it doesn't it kind of doesn't collide with how could they make uh so the tank is one of the worst offenders. The tank, he has to run at you from an angle because you run at the same speed as the tank. But when he runs at you from a like diagonal angle, he can actually come or horizontal, sorry, horizontal angle. Is horizontal the ones from the like side, or is I think diagonal is the one that's up and down,
Horizontal, side
right?
to side,
Yeah,
or,
so he comes at you at a horizontal angle to
or
like catch up with
diagonal.
you.
I think you're trying to say diagonal. That's what you're trying to say. But
So and diagonal, but the tank when he throws a rock, he has to like predict where you're going. So which is pretty advanced. All the special AI have like the most advanced AI in like any game, but your teammates, when you're playing single player, the other survivors, they have like some of the most brain dead AI in the world. So it doesn't make sense, like the person that worked on the special AI, you know, the enemy AI must have not been, the same person that worked on the survival AI. I don't know. I don't. It really upsets me because it doesn't make sense how, it felt like just a slap on. Like they didn't want to make this game. They just wanted to, make the money. It's a good game only with mods, because the game alone, I don't think would be as big if the community didn't do a lot of stuff to games. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and then
Well,
every time we try to play Left 4 Dead, me and Lizard, we can never fucking do it. It's like the most
Yeah,
impossible task
because
in the
something's
world.
always breaking.
yeah, I remember that when remember we had like 16, like we had like 30, 50 mods at once, and the game was fucking impossible. The fucking like random issues would just pop up for no reason or whatever that never popped up, and levels would never load and stuff like that. But uh, Lizard, what's the worst game you'd say you would play? You have played?
Um, Worst game I've played. I think probably the worst game I've played. Oh, that's gonna take a second, but yeah, I think the worst game I've played was Mass Effect Andromeda. Um, but but
Yeah,
I
Same.
think
no.
but I think it was like the worst for me because like
You're a fan.
I was a huge fan of the Mass Effect series, and I played these games. And I sort of played the game in a weird order. I started off with Mass Effect 3, and basically knew how everything ended, and then I went to the first game, then played the second, and then the third again. But then as soon as Andromeda comes out, I'm like so excited about it because it's like, whoa, it takes place in the Andromeda galaxy, you know at the same time as the events of Mass Effect 3 and all this stuff. So I'm like, this is gonna be really just amazing. This is gonna be a good story. Boy, was I in for a lot of disappointment. I didn't even buy the game new. I bought it used because I was in like eighth grade at the time and didn't you know I didn't have the money for new games, so I got it for like $14 or something like that from GameStop. Went
No
home,
wonder it was that price.
played it a bit, and I mean, at first it's all right. It isn't bad at first, but then once you play it some more, like I didn't even get halfway through the game because like I kind of just quit playing it because uh it went against like the lore of the original games. It just went against like all of the stuff that was already known. They were like they were just changing the game mechanics, the whole story, and they essentially took something great, and just turned it to shit. And then they sold it as like, oh, this is the next thing, and yeah, it was just waste of $14.
It was $14 and not $60.
Yeah, just 14 bucks.
Yeah.
I bought a used
Still 14
copy.
bucks wasted.
Yeah. Um.
But yeah.
Oh, and I've also played this one game. It's considered one of the worst games of all time. It's not even a game, in my opinion. It's called.
Make that noise. Believe that.
Oh, I'm trying to. Don't question it.
What?
I don't want to
It's
act like I'm down over here. I'm trying to.
so the game is called Big Rigs Over the Road Racing.
Oh, I've
Oh
heard of it.
God,
I've heard of it.
I know
Yeah,
what you're
I
talking
know
about.
it.
I have that game. I've got an inbox copy. It's in like perfect
Oh
condition.
no
Oh,
way! You
Yeah,
got a physical
dude.
dude.
copy of
Okay,
that game?
so I got it in eighth
Oh, got
grade.
the prize.
My
Oh
church was
man.
doing like a sort of like garage sale type thing, and people, it was the youth group. We were just getting like people's unwanted stuff, and we were selling that so that we could go on like a youth trip. One of the games was Big Rigs Over the Road Racing, and this was like a week after we were done, and there were just a bunch of like old games that did not get sold at all. So I just took all the games, and I knew right away, like, no one is gonna buy this game. No one will buy it. And when no one does, I'm gonna take it home for myself and play it just to see how bad it is. I played it, I go home, load it in my laptop, it opens up, and as expected, you start going, the other truck isn't even moving.
Man.
I'm going forward, going backwards at like 4 million miles. Um, it did that for like 5 minutes, crashed the game a couple of times, and then put it back in its box, and it's sitting up in my attic, and it's just
That is so cool that you
been in a
got
box
like
since.
almost yeah, you got that's so cool. You actually got Big Rigs Racing, not because you went out and got it, but you just found it in the
Yeah, just
wild.
just found it by
Like
like
that's
sheer
insane.
Yeah.
luck, too.
It's like it was meant to be or something.
Oh yeah, and
Yeah.
that's definitely gonna stay in my collection of games, because one thing that sort of inspired me to, I mean, I was kind of actively seeking out the game, just looking at prices, but it's like I'm not gonna spend $40 for what's considered to be the worst game of all
Yeah,
time.
Big Rigs. Yeah.
And
Me.
and sort of like my inspiration for that was, Angry Video Game Nerd. I watched that video and I'm like, this is such a dumb game. Be cool if I got my hands on that, and I
You
eventually
were
did.
Yeah, I remember. I
right.
spent like $20 on a used copy of Superman 64 because of the angry video game nerd too, and
Nice.
I don't regret my purchase. That it was really fun crashing and glitching into all these buildings and shit.
Okay, well, for me, I think the worst game I've ever played was Sonic 2006. I'm surprised that game was sold at full price. I'm surprised that game was even released. To be
Oh
honest, that
man,
game
come
is
on,
so
Trash.
fucking terrible.
Come on, Trash.
I
Come on, Trash. That's my favorite game. Good show, my favorite.
I was gonna
but
say one of my friends, when I lived in Oregon, one of my friends, that was his favorite game. Like, he was always playing that.
Sonic 2006.
Oh,
Are you
Yeah.
serious?
Sonic 06. He
All right.
loved that
You
game.
like that?
Well, let me explain my
What
story with
did
this
you?
game. Oh, go ahead. What were you gonna ask?
I I was gonna ask, like, what's next? Is this guy also like a big fan of that Rise of Lyric game too, or what?
No, he was like, I don't know. It was so weird. Like, he played like he was real big into Call of Duty and games like that, but Sonic 06, that was like his favorite game.
That is insane. Absolute madness.
Yeah.
Oh well, let me explain my story. I sort of went through a Sonic phase for a little bit, and I got this game for I don't even remember. I think I still have the sticker price on it. I still have it somewhere. I've never sold any of my games, but I have it somewhere in my house. But yeah, I got it for PS3, and I remember trying to get through it because I legitimately tried to finish the game, but it was super hard. And I always thought like, oh, I'm just not good enough at the game. I just have to try harder. And in hindsight, I was probably fine at the game. The game was fucking so horribly made that it was impossible to beat. It is so hard to beat that game. Like it's just so insanely difficult. The loading times are so long. Like I remember there was like there'll be times where like it would load like so like when you start a mission, it'll load and then for like a minute and a half, and then a character will say a single like a couple lines of like not even they won't even say dialogue. They will show a couple lines of words underneath the text box. Then go back into loading for another a minute and a half, and then get to the real mission. which is insane. Yeah, that game fucking sucks. I thought I was just bad at the game as a kid, and no, the game was terrible. And I remember the cutscenes. Whenever the cutscenes would play, I would be so embarrassed because I had to play it on my parents' television. There was like really cringe cutscenes, like super cringe. I remember being as a kid like, oh man, this is so cringe, playing these cutscenes, but I still watch them. But yeah, that game fucking sucks. Sonic 2006. I'm trying to think of any other games that I've
Sonic.
played that are.
I
Go
think
ahead.
some of the worst games I've ever played, thinking about Sonic. Oh man, you know, holy, like I actually before I go on that, uh, how bad do I sound? Because I was gonna ask that earlier, but I don't think I remember I was gonna say it.
You sound
Like
You
how
don't.
congested.
You sound. Yeah, you don't sound
You
too
don't sound too
terrible.
bad, but
You sound like my dad.
oh man, man, thank you. I'm very old.
Yeah, old Snake. I'm trying to think of other
Man.
games that I played that were
But
terrible. Uh,
for
I
me, it's Sonic. For Sonic games, I think they have some of the worst games. I think what comes to mind is Sonic DX, Sonic Adventure DX, and Sonic Heroes for PlayStation 2. Uh, because those
you
two
told me about
games,
Sonic Heroes. The one Sonic Heroes, is the super glitchy one, right? I think,
yeah, in
right?
fact, I think it's one of the worst experiences that it was one of the first Sonic 3D games that they were making at the time, and so it was a new concept for, Sonic, the Sonic team. And so for some reason they had really bad trouble with PlayStation 2. All the ports are really bad, but the PlayStation 2 one is the worst. And they had so many bugs by the end of making the game that the lead developers and even I think the manager of the game he basically said like if the bug is not game breaking and you can somehow get past it, not like like the bug or the bug could be like game breaking. Like if you walked through a wall or something, uh, but if there was a way to avoid that big game breaking bug, then they allowed it. But as long as it wasn't like if you could avoid it, they would allow it, and that's what they said. If it's not a bug you can avoid and it's not game breaking, don't bother with it, you know. And so that's how they shipped out the game. They basically just said, oh, so there's so many bugs in the PlayStation 2 port, and they just and there was this one bug in particular. It was one of the worst bugs that the game experienced. It was one of in the few last levels of the Sonic, because there's four routes you can take. You can take the Sonic, Shadow, or I think it's some other guy. I forgot. Amy. I'm pretty sure is another route, but um, you can take one of those out, and particularly in the Sonic route, there's this one level where you have to go through one of these mystery doors. It's kind of like a Lost Woods in Legend of Zelda thing. You have to go through one of the doors, but one of the doors, all the doors, I think in this bug, you walk through it and you never stop running. It's an endless loop of just white abyss, and it would break your game completely. It just so, and it's not in the game anymore, but that's one of the bugs that they experience. So I can't imagine, that game is fucking awful. And then Sonic
Uh,
DX is it's just ugly looking. It was supposed to be for the Game Boy Advance too, but they also had it on GameCube, and it's just an ugly, weird ass looking game.
what I was gonna say was, I think you couldn't do that stuff nowadays. I think all the big
Oh my
console
god.
manufacturers have rules saying that you can't have bugs that crash the console or hard crash it or freeze it or stuff. Otherwise, you can't ship the game. And they also had this rule back even in the Super Nintendo era. And if I remember, I saw a video about a developer who said that his solution to fix the bugs that he could not solve but would crash the game, where instead of crashing the game right before the game was crashed, it would send you to the cheat uh, menu or secret menu. and from there you could load whatever level or whatever. So instead of crashing the game, it would send you to the cheat level so you could do whatever you want, which was pretty cool. I thought that was a cool
Yeah, that's a
idea. So
that's a
yeah,
clever idea. Yeah.
yeah. So that way you could still sell the game, and it wouldn't be considered unsellable because you couldn't sell a game if it had that bad of a bug.
But and then I think man, I want to try again, get that bug. I don't think we record that Sonic Shuffle thing, but I remember in particularly there was this bug. Remember, that Mario Party Sonic game we played, and we played the story mode, and one of the cutscenes. Remember, Lizard? It was fucking terrifying.
Oh
Sonic and
yeah.
I
Yeah,
don't
I
know if I
remember that.
recorded it, but it was fucking horrible. It was scary.
It
It's
was.
fucking weird.
I got a
I don't
good
know if we
question. What? Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
nothing. I was just gonna say it was kind of suspect.
All right, I got a good
Go.
question. Balls Master, what is the craziest, insane, like most craziest bug you've ever experienced, like in a game?
Oh, forgot the game, but remember I was playing some sort of FPS shooter type game, and I don't know how it happened, but I got a snipe on someone, and then literally the floor just disappeared, and I have no idea how it happened, but the floor disappeared, and we were like falling through the map, and I think the game actually crashed because we passed the server boundaries or whatever, and I have no idea how it happened, and I wish I could could have gone down camera because that would have probably been a great video.
I haven't experienced that many bugs. To be honest, I've experienced there's some but there's nothing that crazy. But um, I remember at one point my PS3, my one of the PS3, my first PS3 that I got started having issues reading the disc. So sometimes it would stop loading halfway through something, and it would come up with really weird, bizarre bugs. I remember in particular it died playing Ratchet and Clank HD Collection, and it was loading a level, and I think in that some parts of that game it would load up levels and parts. So it was just an end. Like there was a part where the level just hard cut, and it was just an endless void. And I was like, oh well, that's kind of weird. I thought it was part of the game or whatever. But yeah, it was my PS3 disk drive died and I couldn't load anymore. So I couldn't. That was the last time I ever played on that PS3, which is crazy. I would have thought the game would have crashed or something.
Whoa, that's crazy. Uh, hmm. Well, I remember BALLZSACK-MASTER, you said earlier about, you know, you make a lot of errors while you're writing. Like, what kind of errors do you make? Like, spelling
Some
errors or like grammatical
yeah,
errors?
yeah, both. You know, usually I just leave them in. Well, I correct them sometimes in post, but if I think it's funny enough, I'll leave it in.
It's interesting decision. I almost always fix my if I know there's a error, I'll fix it. But if it's funny, I guess that adds to the flair, especially considering your kind of
Yeah,
stories.
exactly. Yeah.
You know,
Oh, Lizard, I don't
yeah.
think you have to talk about your craziest bug.
Craziest bug. Um, it was when I was playing Fallout 76. It was
Oh
like
yeah, that was
after it
Oh,
came out.
say no more.
Mm.
That whole game was bugs. Now, I mean, I didn't really experience any
Well,
game
the bagel.
breaking bugs when I played it. The only like really like the worst bug that would happen was the server would crash when someone launched a nuke. Like that would just break the whole server. Like it would do like the sound of like when a game crashes on like your computer or something, how it's just looping the audio. It would do that on the
Yeah.
Xbox One. It would do that for like I think the longest it stayed, like the game stayed open before kicking me out to the Xbox home menu, was like 2 minutes. It was like 2 or 3 minutes, just constant looping, and I just wanted to see how long it would go for, and then eventually it just shut down. But I think probably the funniest bug that I saw, I was playing with one of my friends, and his like body was like stretched out, and like he was kind of like he had like his arms like forward in a weird way, like his shoulders were like squished together up into his head, and his neck was super long. He was like a weird giraffe looking thing, and every time he walked, like he would just stretch across the area, so like he'd be in like one spot, and then he'd just be stretching out to the next area, and like everywhere he went, it would just be like a trail of this guy.
They probably loaded up the wrong skeleton for the character, I'd imagine.
Yeah,
I guess. I don't know.
Maybe. But yeah, that game was broken.
Wacky.
Yeah, that game was fucking garbage. Why did you play the game? Just for the shits and giggles, or what?
No, I'm a big Fallout fan. Probably like
I'm gonna kill you.
on
because-
probably on the same level or more of a Fallout fan than Benny, honestly. Like
oh,
I
Benny's
crazy.
only played
That's crazy.
three Fallout games: Fallout 3, Fallout New Vegas, and Fallout 76.
Oh, well, I've played the first Fallout 3, New Vegas, Fallout 4, and 76. But like I remember before I even played them, like I had no interest in the Fallout series until one day, one weekend my mom, because every once in a while she'd just get a random game from like Redbox for me to play. One day she brings Fallout 3, and it's like, my mom's already rented the game. I can't tell her, hey, I don't like this kind of game. I don't want to play it. So I'm like, well, I may as well try it. I ended up getting to like, I stayed up. I did not sleep that weekend. I got to like level 15 in the game, and like with the base game, the maximum level is 20. So I did like half of the game in just under a night.
That's crazy.
Ooh.
Yeah, and then I just got into it. But anyway, when Fallout 76 was coming out, I was working part-time, and I had saved up money, and I was like, you know what, since Fallout 76 is coming out, I'm going to treat myself, and I'm going to get the limited edition one. Because I always wanted to do that with other games that I got, but I couldn't afford it.
Oh my god.
And so I spent the $230 for the Fallout 76 Power Armor Edition, which came with a Power Armor helmet.
If I remember, it didn't even come with a disc. It was a cardboard disc, right? And the case. If I remember, or is that another game?
I think that was another game, because this it came with the game. Like I actually got the game.
Look at the disc.
Yeah, with the discs. It was actually in like a.
They can't even do that in modern collections.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, I got that. And like it had little like minifigures of some of the NPCs from the game and stuff, and like a map. But oh, and I was supposed to be a beta tester. I was supposed to be able to play the game like 4 months early. Well, I never get an email for my beta testing code, so I emailed both GameStop and Bethesda. Never heard back from them. And I was supposed to get I was actually supposed to get the game like on release date. Like it was supposed to be at my house but like a week before or by then. I didn't get it until 6 months after the game came out.
Wow.
Because
Really?
because so many people bought the Power Armor edition that like they couldn't keep up with production. Like they made less than they thought they would need.
Ooh.
and so you know, already off to a great start when you spend nearly 200, well, more than $200 on a game and you don't get it until like
That must.
you
Oh
know,
wow.
until everyone else is playing the game and everyone's like, yeah, this game sucks, it's garbage, it's broken. It's like, oh, well, I just wasted $230 and I cannot return it. No one's gonna buy it from me. But yeah, so I've just got that box just sitting in the guest bedroom. It's just chilling there.
Man, that's so crazy.
I've only
Oh,
pre-ordered 2 games, or maybe 3. I don't remember. I think it was 2. The two I can remember right now is Red Dead Redemption 2. I just did it on the fly. I actually don't know why. I just pre-ordered it for some reason. And God of War Ragnarok. They're the 2 only games I've ever pre-ordered. But I was thinking about getting the collector's edition or whatever. I think it was like Jotnar edition, or I forgot the name of it, for God of War Ragnarok. But it didn't come with the game disc physically. It was only a digital code,
fuck.
and it was like $200 or whatever. And I was like, no, I'm not gonna I'm not
Jeez.
gonna pay that much money and get a digital code. I want to get the game physically, so I only got the base game.
Yeah, that's
Because both
ridiculous.
there was 2 collector's editions, and they were both digital. And I was like, nah, I'm just gonna buy the disc. It's fine. I'm not gonna.
Gosh.
So yeah, I still pre-ordered it, but I want the disc. I'm not gonna get a digital code.
Yes.
Oh, shit! I just. Sorry. So if I ever speak, I just.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, I just. Yeah, I was just trying to remember the name of the game. Not my story, but some, but somebody I knew was playing NBA 2K20. First mistake he was making was that he was playing NBA 2K20, but second, but he was telling me that the game was working just fine. Then he just hit a loading screen, and that loading screen, he told me
Oh
the
my
loading
god.
screen took like 10 hours to load up. Literally 10 hours. I just
Jeez.
remember that right now for some reason. It's like
Why didn't you
from
just
what I heard.
restart the game? Why do you let it load for 10 hours?
Oh my god.
I don't know. I think
Oh my
he wanted
god.
to see. Oh, I think he just wanted to see uh, if it would actually take that long to load. And from what I've heard about the game, that was probably more fun than actually playing it. Because
Oh my
the rest of the
god.
game's just
Sports
as
game.
glitchy, apparently.
How do you
Which
make
game?
a sports game that's glitchy? Literally, don't change anything but the logos.
Ex- yeah, exactly. Just resell the game and you'll get a profit. Like, how do you mess up that badly? I don't
Nick, are
know.
you alright? You're making weird noises over there.
Oh man, I'm fucking dying over here. I don't want to say it because it's pretty suspect, but I guess I have to explain. So I don't know what happened, but I think like I don't know, it's pretty sus. I'll just type it in the group
Well,
chat.
well, you're just sick. Let's say that.
No, I'm not sick.
Well, all right. Well, okay. Well, you guys have any topics you guys want to talk about, or?
Hmm. Um. I don't really have any
I've ran out of questions for
topics. Oh,
Balls
you know
Master.
what?
Honestly,
I've actually got one question because like all the questions that I thought of like you guys asked or something like that. Um and so Buzzmaster, I was just gonna ask like what are you up to now? Like, got any other projects going besides like writing stories or
Well, not well. I've been investing a lot lately, and also I've been looking into some free video game maker stuff.
Hmm.
You know, like currently spending a lot of time in like Game Maker Studio too, and
Whoa.
not really don't really have anything presentable, but I mean, shit, it's killing
Well,
my boredom and all that.
if you ever make a game, make sure to send it to our. Yeah, you still have our email, right? Just send it to us, and we'll play it.
Yeah, we'll play it.
We'll do a
I mean,
video on it.
We'll
I mean,
be
shit,
the
maybe you guys
beta
could do the
testers.
voices for it too.
Oh yeah, we would totally be beta testers, or if you need voice acting, we'll do it too.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah. Um,
you know, I've been, hey,
and
guess,
but apart from
what I
that,
say, huh?
if I make something big, you probably won't even know it's me for like a while because, I mean, um, I'm not the type of person to just go out and make my identity public and all that. Yeah, I'm just like Cardi. I just stand in the shadows until the right time.
Mm.
Uh, well, I can say that, you know, I have a lot of experience with Game Maker Studio because I I actually was a big uh maybe I wouldn't say big because I wasn't famous, but I did have a part in a lot of things in Undertale and not in Undertale, the Undertale and FNAF
I was about,
fan game community. Uh,
I
uh,
was about to say, no way you worked on the actual Undertale before you said
no,
fan
no.
games.
Oh, I worked on I made a couple games, and I think they weren't like something like big, but I think that because of those tiny little fan games and my experience of, you know, creating sprites, I created a couple sprites for most fan games. You know, I didn't like, no one asked me to do it. It was like someone came up to me like, "Oh, can you please make a sprite for me?" I just spent most of my time making like sprites for RPG Maker, or working on RPG Maker games, like a visual novel kind of games. I made a lot of basic mods for a lot of source games, and I'm pretty sure you noticed I have Unity on my thing trash. That's so I can make models for SFM or for VR chat or whatever. You know, um,
Uh,
it's not that complicated. It's a little complicated, but it's not like, it's not too hard for me. But because of those things, I met like, I think one of the biggest people I actually talked to was the person behind Five Nights at Fuckboys, or the people. Not, it's not one person, but uh,
Mark
you
type
know,
of fuck.
ta- yeah, Five Nights at Fuckboys. It's one of my favorite fan games in the world. Uh,
Mm,
Five Nights at
I I
Sonic's.
gotta play that shit.
Yeah, it's. I have Lizard would know because I'm almost like 100% done with most of those games. I'm like on the very edge of 100%. I just stopped playing it, but I know most of my saves are like very close to the end of the games, because it's a complete collection edition. So I don't know, it's pretty cool. Game Maker Studio. I think I don't think I forgot what it's called. It's not Game Maker Studio that people use now for fan games like FNAF. A lot of people do it for FNAF, but
I mean, there's like
one
click team. I think that a lot of people use that for those fan games. I think is it.
crazy. What do you think, Trash? What do you gotta say, Trash? Speechless.
I think it's cool. I always forget that you always have talent making that stuff. I know you made like a lot of mods for Doki Doki Literature Club at one point,
Yes,
right?
oh
Yeah.
my God, I can't believe I forgot about that too. It's
Oh
like
God.
the least, and I wish I would have like kept them, but uh, I saved a lot of stuff because I had to wipe my computer for reasons I don't want to say, but basically I just sum it up. I had a lot of stuff I shouldn't have on the computer. This is when I was really young. I got really, really young. I was like 2018, 2019. So I was like, I don't know, in 2019, I don't know, I forgot I can't do math right now. Uh, how many years was, that was like 3 years ago, 2019, right?
Yeah.
So like, that was like almost, I think I was like 12, 13. I was 13 in 2019 because I'm about to be 17 in like a couple months. So I was like 13 and I had the white man computer because I had like a bunch of porn on my computer and just awful shit. It wasn't like illegal shit. It's just uh, basically there's a lot of drama in my with my mom. I'll just put it at that. And my mom did something really awful, and so I had to wipe my computer because she did something really fucked up, and I had a choice whether to, and I decided, well, I'm gonna my cousin that the cousin that me and Lizard are pulling a little bit of a prank on a troll, you know
Literally
he
nobody's gonna get that.
yeah, I know it's uh prank a
Glad my
troll,
mom can't
it's
check this out.
I had a choice whether to completely wipe everything. There's a couple things I saved, but the one thing I didn't save was any of the mods I made or any of. I didn't even save my Discord because I was like, ah, whatever. I don't use Discord that much. Not like I do to like right now, or where in 2020 I didn't use it as much, because I don't
I
know
would
why.
imagine all the insane shit we could have done with those
Yeah,
mods.
man, the videos, the lost footage. I'm pretty sure I made an Elliot Roger one or some
What
kind of
did you
yeah,
actually?
yeah, it was kind of like Elliot Roger-ish. It wasn't like, but it like one of the scenes I remember was inspired by Elliot Roger. It was like in his like I think it was like MC was in his car,
Oh,
and there was like
oh
a stock footage, like stock image of like a camera from the 90s, and he's like this is whatever you put your character's name as, this is trash here, this is my final day on Earth, some shit like that. I am
Oh
sick of
my
being
oh,
god.
oh, oh,
That would have been amazing, man. Ah, too bad that shit's lost, but
yeah, sounds like a
oh
mess.
well.
man. Monkey Jones. Do you think Elliot Rodger would be in our heads if it wasn't for Monkey Jones or Rusty Cage?
Probably not. No, I don't think Elliot Roger would even be a quarter as known if it wasn't for Monkey Jones.
Man, what do you think about Monkey Jones' new video about how he met Wings of Redemption?
I have not seen that one yet. I haven't seen it yet. I plan to. But
Oh man,
Ball Z Master, are you watching any TV shows or movies right now, or anything else? Any
Yeah,
like
honestly, not honestly, none of the new stuff interested me in the TV world.
I understand that. I haven't seen a new movie in literally ages. I don't even check the movie theaters anymore because
Uh,
I don't know, movies just don't interest me anymore, to be honest. Same thing
yeah,
with TV shows.
I don't even remember the last time I stepped into a fucking cinema.
uh,
Uh, Probably 3 years ago, 2 years ago for me, I think. I'd imagine. No, no,
uh,
I actually went earlier this year to see the Uncharted movie.
yeah,
What were you
next
gonna say,
time we're
Snake?
gonna see the movie is the Mario movie. That's next time
Oh
we're
God,
gonna see.
yeah,
Yeah, the new Mario movie. We gotta see it.
yeah, we gotta see it in theaters. Yeah.
But you know, I what the fuck? What does it say? Like Black Adam in theaters.
The Rock. Oh yeah, the black. One of my friends said he went to go see that movie. He said it was fucking terrible. He said it was really
I
bad.
man. Uh, but definitely, well, the most show I've been watching is recently uh I took it upon myself to watch Always Sunny because it's one of my favorite shows to watch every now and then. With I have to always show my grandma an episode because she has cable or
Mhm.
actually satellite or whatever, and they show it like every weekend on Fox or something, and I have to show her like the show because I know how much she hates Danny DeVito, thinks he looks ugly.
I think that I love Danny DeVito. I
Yeah.
got my profile picture and code names from that show.
so, Uh, yeah,
Yes,
code
trash
name.
man's plural.
Say that again. Balls.
Yeah, I was just praising Trash Man. You know, our
Yeah.
almighty Trash Man.
Yeah, but that I show it to her and she's always like, man, like how did he get so fucking ugly? And I was like, he's old, man. He's like almost like 80 something by now.
Yeah, anybody who's 80 something usually doesn't look as good as they used to.
Yeah, and plus he's always
And the point of Danny
funny.
DeVito isn't to look good. He's supposed to look like a goblin.
Yeah, uh,
That's why God created him that way. God made him to be a goblin.
Yeah.
Mm. I mean,
you know, and but besides Always Sunny, I don't can't think of anything else I've been watching. I guess the most recent stuff we've been watching, me and Trash, is the Super
Super Mario
Show.
Show. Yeah, the Super
Yeah,
Show. That show is actually really funny. Not gonna lie, it's really entertaining.
man.
yeah. Remember,
Uh,
uh, remember that one episode where like Wendy or whatever the fuck they called her in the show made herself an adult woman and tried to like seduce Mario or something.
Really? Well, we have not watched Mario 3 yet. We're only been on the Super Show, but that sounds crazy. Oh, Mario 3 and Mario World. We're looking forward to
Oh,
watching that for sure.
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Well,
Oh
you know what?
shit.
We're
Yeah.
probably gonna
A lot of
finish
this show is
Mario World within
blending
like
everything for me.
a day.
Well, say that again, Balls Master.
I was
I
just,
can't fucking say your name correctly once. I always gotta butcher it.
bro. It's fine. Not everyone can be blessed with the balls powers. And I was just really saying a lot. I was just saying that the shows just blend together for me, kinda. So yeah, I got 'em mixed up and all that. The
But Super Show, man. Uh,
Snake, can you recite the
Home
whole Super
Awakening.
Show rap? Because I know you can. I know you know it by heart. I think I probably know it by heart too at this point.
ooh, this
The
shit.
Mario
Ah,
Brothers, plumbers are game. I forgot the rest of the line. You probably know the rest of the line because you're like known for
oh my
remembering
God, I'm trying to
random
think here.
bizarre shit.
It's the Mario Brothers. The plumbing's our game. We're not like the others who get all the fame. He says it really fast. It's like you can call us on a
Koopas,
double if you're in trouble. We're faster than the others. You were hooked on the brothers. Dun, dun, dun. Uh,
doesn't he say the Koopas and
fuck.
the Troopas, something like that?
The Koopas and the Troopas are up to misbehaving. No, that's the. I'm trying to do the intro. It's you'll meet the princess. You meet the Koopas and Troopas and the princess and the others. You'll be hooked on the brothers like dun, 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 on the brothers. Dun, 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 dun. See,
Dude, that's crazy, man. Recited the whole Mario Super Show intro. Crazy.
I didn't think I even remembered any of it. I did.
Amazing performance.
Yeah. Bravo.
The meme community are gonna
Encore.
love that.
Yeah, man, I can't believe I know my Mario Super Show knowledge. By the end of
I'm
We're proud
go
of you,
ahead.
boy.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't think anybody's gonna be watching the video this far in. To be honest, I think you're gonna watch like the first 30 minutes when we're actually
Uh,
asking good questions.
You
The
know what?
rest are just like random
Yeah,
questions.
I'm surprised we've been on this long. Even I've kind of tapped out a bit.
Well, I'll
Doing
say
all.
this to whoever might watch this video. If you've gotten to this point, like I don't know, send me a message and I'll like the first person to message me, I'll send you like $10 on PayPal or something if you even get to this point in the video.
Oh,
Okay,
oh yeah.
how
But
is it? How is
that's
it?
How do you send it? How are you gonna send it through email? I guess.
yeah, I'm gonna I'll post my I'll put my email down in the description. If you get to this point, message me, saying like what point in the video you
Okay,
heard
I looked
that.
it up.
Yeah.
Oh
If
no,
you
you gotta tell the secret code is what's the code we can come up
Yeah,
with?
what's the
I don't
secret
know.
code?
all hail ball sack supremacy.
Yeah, there you go. That's
There we go.
that's
All
the
hail
code.
ball sack. Yep.
If you made it to this far in the video, say everyone hail King Ballsack 99999 in the comments. Just spam that shit,
Mm,
baby. I mean, no one's watching this
hold on,
far,
hold on.
but
Yeah,
Okay,
if
but
you
I'm
are,
putting
do
Oh
this.
yeah, send lizard all hail ball sack master.
yeah,
Any
first
variation of his
first
fucking
person to
name.
do that will get $10 through PayPal or just a $10 gift card of whatever.
okay, okay,
I
okay,
don't
okay,
care.
okay, 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 okay. We're the Mario Brothers, and plumbing is our game. We're not like others.
Yeah.
Get all the fame, get sink
Oh
in
my
trouble.
god.
It calls for a double. We're faster than the others. We'll be hooked on the brothers like Yo, you in for a treat. Hang on to your seats. Get ready for eventual remarkable feats. You'll meet the Koopas, the Troopers, the Princess, and the others. Hang with the brothers. You'll be hooked on the brothers to the bridge. Why do you say the bridge? There is no bridge to the song.
Maybe it's talking about the New York Bridge. I don't know. The Manhattan Bridge. Uh, wow, all in one go. Crazy. Well,
Yeah, man.
I'm curious if anybody's actually gonna send us an email.
If
Yeah.
someone does that, that'd be
You know what?
surprising.
Maybe.
You know what?
Oh, maybe if you. I'm kind of weird. I'm kind of worried about you putting your email in the description because then somebody's gonna be like, well, why is there an email there? Maybe I have
Oh,
to go look through the video.
don't worry. I'll just um actually, you know what? I'll put in like yeah, I'll still put it in, but like I really don't think someone's gonna see that there's a link to there's like my a copy of my email and they're gonna comb through the whole video, see if something
Are we gonna
worth
put
meaning is in
your
there.
email or the our our shared email?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
we should probably do our shared
you're
email.
gonna go
Yeah,
get
the shared
water.
email probably better do that.
Yeah, do that, and
You
then
know
Uh,
what?
I'll
Stay
also,
hydrated.
Yeah.
trash. So,
paisanos.
Paisanos.
paisanos, it means fellow countryman or fellow Italian, but it can generally mean friend
Really?
from home in English. It sometimes is used as a loan word in Italian American communities, using an alternative spelling in plural forms paisanos instead of the Italian plurals paesani or paesana.
So it means
So
like
it means
friends
like,
then I guess. Well, all right.
yeah. Hey, friends! Imagine if Mario said that.
Hey, paisanos. I don't know. That's sort of man.
What's up, my paisanos? You know.
Mexican Mario. Damn. You could do a. I can't do a Mexican accent. Could you do a Mexican Mario? I want to see your impression of that.
Oh
What would
man.
Mexican Mario
Uh,
sound like?
Uh,
uh, man, I can't even think. I can do a Mexican accent, but I can't do like a fucking like Mexican Mario. Uh,
uh, um,
hey Luigi, what's going on, hoes?
Oh my god, that's like stoner Jamaican. Are you sure that's
I mean,
Mexican?
I
Oh my
mean,
god.
right next to people who are like, hello, me Hidalgo, Mario, me jump
Holy
quarters,
shit.
yeah, me Taco Bella, woohoo,
Oh my
Taco
god.
Bell? Yeah,
Oh
Taco Bell's
man.
the least Mexican thing in the world.
Yeah, the Taco Bell is the worst restaurant. um, man.
Man, I feel like the odd one out
Um,
here.
Well, that's because whatever, man. You haven't grown up eating like real Mexican food. You're probably the one kind of person who's like, oh, my favorite Mexican food is Taco Bell or whatever.
No, 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 no. I see. I like Taco Bell, but Taco Bell is not real Mexican food. I've had real Mexican
Yeah.
food.
None of you have real Mexican food because there's like 20 different taco family and like mama and sister and papa like fucking Mexican places down here. Like 20 of them. You can't drive down one street and not see some like
My
cheap ass.
family is
Yeah.
Hispanic, so I'm pretty sure I've had real Mexican food.
Yeah, and
No,
one of
everyone in
my
my family's
friends
Hispanic.
was when I lived in Oregon. One of my friends, actually, a couple of my friends were Mexican, so they're constantly making stuff. So I think I've had Mexican food. But oh, real quick, speaking of Mexican restaurants being everywhere, in here in Kansas, there's a bunch just like everywhere. Um, and they all of the Mexican restaurants here, they taste the same, but like the food is super low quality. Like Taco Bell is better than
Really?
all of the Mexican restaurants here. Oh yeah.
Well, it's Kansas. I would imagine there's no Mexicans in Kansas.
There's
Well,
there's a lot of Mexicans and a lot of Mexican restaurants, but turns
well, you
out
think there'd be high quality?
a lot of these
What?
Mexican restaurants, they're they're used for money laundering.
Really?
Yeah, a lot of
That's
these
crazy. That
places,
is insane.
a lot of these Mexican restaurants, they've got like ties to like Mexican cartels, and they're just
That's
used as a
insane.
front.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, because apparently it's like a tactic thing in Florida, because my church's pastor, he grew up in Florida, and his dad was like his dad would do like money laundering or something for the cartel, and one of the big ways that they would do it is with Mexican restaurants.
Crazy.
Well,
Well, how long is this video, Lizard? I'm curious.
Oh, 2 hours, 55 minutes, 42
Oh
seconds.
God, how
Fine.
many? How big is it? Do you think gigabyte wise?
I started recording when we first started, so we've been talking for about an hour and 59 minutes, 50 seconds, so about 2 hours exactly.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have to
Alright.
shave off about an
God
hour
damn.
of stuff, but
Yeah.
I've got mine recording on
Shut up,
like
and shut up, Lizard. You're not gonna do this one because I know you said you're gonna do the fucking Left 4 Dead 2 video.
yeah, well,
You never did.
I couldn't figure out how to fix the issue with that one. This one, I made sure that there were like no issues with recording it, so this one is like perfect.
Didn't you record the last one in a weird format or something?
Yeah, that's what
I-
happened, and I
Like
couldn't. I
17
tried to
GB.
convert it back. I couldn't. So that video is just audio only.
Which Left 4 Dead video is that? I'm curious. I forgot which one it was.
It's
I don't.
still Mama
I don't
one.
remember. It was the one that we did with like we were like going through the actual campaign of the game. I remember like we did the car one, like get the race car one that was in the mall or
It
something.
was the one
Oh,
with
so
the
like
Kanye
one of our
West.
first Left 4 Dead.
No, it was the one with the Kanye West one, the Kanye
Yeah,
East
the
one.
Kanye East
Oh,
one.
dude, the Kanye East concert has never been uploaded.
No,
No. Because remember,
Oh my
Lizard had
God.
it in
because of
like
that.
4K.
Oh yeah,
Like,
Lizard did have it in 4K.
take a
Oh
whole
my
day
God,
just to upload
how
it.
big was the file? Wasn't it? It must have been. It was something huge. If I remember. It was like
Well,
3 gigs.
I actually wasn't recording it in as high of a. I mean, it was a fairly high quality, but it was like more condensed. It was only like, it was like maybe 120 gigabytes.
Oh my God, it was 4K. Was it like high bit rate or? That's
I
crazy.
think so. Yeah.
128 gigabytes. That is insane.
Yeah. This
Wow.
one's
How long was the video? Was like
it was like 2 hours, something like that. It was like 2.5 hours.
man, that must have been the highest quality video that never got uploaded
Yeah,
that we have ever made.
However, this one is going to be the highest quality video that gets uploaded.
Okay, is this one in 4K as well?
No, this one's not in 4K. This one's just in like my native.
1080p.
Like yeah, it's just 1080p, but it's crisp. It's not blurry or anything like that.
Nice.
But, yeah. So.
Did we ever upload those Nintendo Nightmare videos? I know some of them didn't get uploaded, especially the really short ones where we were too fucking tired to play more than 10 minutes.
We did.
Oh, we
I
did.
did.
I remember.
I did.
Oh, you did. Oh,
Oh, he gone.
We did.
Well,
damn. Well,
I guess his phone died maybe. So is that
Yeah.
like
well,
is that our
No
outro?
response. Yeah, this is it, guys. Welcome to. You have to say crack-a-lack and bring it back. You know, whatever.
Man,
well,
shit,
if
that
he
makes
doesn't come
sense.
back,
Yeah. When you guys message him, although it is like almost midnight for him over there.
oh yeah, that is true. He probably could have just fell asleep.
So
Yeah, but yeah, thanks, BALLZSACK-MASTER. I know he's probably not gonna watch this video, but
yeah,
yeah,
thank you,
for your
BALLZSACK
interview.
Master.
We'll message
Thank
him
you.
afterwards too. Don't worry
Yeah,
about that.
we'll
But
message him.
yeah, I think maybe we did this video a little bit too long. I know Snake had like a 10-minute tangent on Left 4 Dead 2.
Yeah, there's definitely gonna be some editing, but you know what? This was fun for like our first interview.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad.
No, it went better than I was expecting. I was expecting there to be more technical issues. Oh, I think
Or he sent me a message.
he's messaging us. Yeah, I think his phone died or something. Or he's going to bed. Oh, his phone died. Yeah.
So what are we gonna wait? Should we ask him if he's gonna come back and we do a proper goodbye or what?
Oh, he said he's typing on his sound-free computer. Oh, so he's not gonna be able to
Oh
hear.
my god.
So,
Okay.
I mean, I guess now would be a good time to do. Well, do we want to wait for his phone to charge back up so that we can do like a quick outro thing?
You guys want to ask him or I don't know?
Yeah, let's
I
get
think
this.
I think it'd be. How many more editing will that add to the video that we already have?
Eh,
Because I know it's
not a
gonna be
whole
more
lot.
editing in its own. Man, Snake, are you right? You like? I know, like
Yeah, I'm
about 30
awake.
minutes ago, you started making weird noises.
Yeah.
What weird noises?
All right, he's not gonna come back. Oh, he was gonna show us his Bowser impression. All right, next time, I guess. Yeah.
Man, we'll have better questions next time.
Yeah, next time, maybe we'll talk. Try to stay on topic a little bit more, perhaps.
Yeah.
I know I talked a little bit too much, and we all talked a little bit.
Yeah, well, that was.
Yeah, it was a great honor. You know.
Yeah, it was good. Good talking to you, BALLZSACK-MASTER. So, yeah,
I
That-
love kids.
that's the video. If
Oh, we're
you
still
guys, if you guys liked it, like the video, subscribe, share it, force your grandma to watch this. Like, go to the
Yeah, force
nursing
my
home.
grandma
Oh my
too.
Go to
God.
the nursing home and just put your phone up in your grandma's face and force her to listen to this. What else is she gonna do? She's not gonna be able to just get out of bed and not watch it. So make her
No,
You know what they
subscribe.
say? What happens in Oh yeah, make sure to subscribe, like, and comment. You know, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but I was gonna say, like Frank says, thanks for watching this interview. Thanks to BALLZSACK-MASTER for talking to us and making his stories. And thank
No.
you who is not watching this video